So hi guys, welcome back. So it's been a while. I've had a few days off, just relaxing around the house, but I'm back, firing all guns blazing. So tonight, very simple stew casserole. Weather's not great out there. It's a little bit cold actually for July, but I'm going to make a really quick casserole of chorizo. I was given some, in fact quite a lot of cooking chorizo from Tom Hickson, my butcher down in Smithfields, so I'll be cooking with a lot of cooking chorizo. So we've got some cooking chorizo there. I'm going to cook that with just some tin tomatoes, some tin chickpeas. I mean, if you want to use fresh chickpeas, by all means do. You know, soak them overnight, a little bit of bicarb in there just to speed up the cooking process. But I'm just using tin tonight. It's a quick supper. We're going to make a stew with like the chickpeas, tomatoes, chorizo, and then we're going to finish it off with a homemade pesto. Possibly the homemade pesto is the hardest thing about this recipe. So we're going to make a homemade pesto with some basil, some pine nuts, Parmesan, olive oil, and a bit of garlic as well. So again, very simple supper guys. So a chorizo and chickpea casserole. If you don't have chickpeas, butter beans, you can use butter beans instead. But without further ado, I'm going to crack on and show you tonight's dinner. Right, so we're going to start with the cooking chorizo. So when you get your cooking chorizo, and you can pick it up from most delis and butchers, but make sure it's the cooking chorizo. If it's the charcuterie, the cured chorizo, once you cook it, it can get a bit chewy. So with the cooking chorizo, it's a bit like a sausage really. It is a sausage. It's got a bit of membrane on it, so we just got to take that membrane off. So we take the membrane off like so, discard that. And then we got these little nuggets of love of chorizo. And if you keep the skins on, for me, it just doesn't caramelize up right. It's just not good. So, like I say, we just take the membrane off. We just peel it off like so. And that's our chorizo ready to cook. So I've got quite a bit of chorizo here to be prepping on with. I think it's about 600 grams here. As I say, I've got quite a bit to use up. So I'm going to crack on with this, and we're going to show you how to cook the casserole. Hi guys, we're going to make our fresh pesto for tonight's chorizo and chickpea casserole. We're just going to finish it off last minute with the pesto, and it's just going to add that extra layer of herb, that flavour, that richness. So pestle and mortar. If you don't have the pestle and mortar, use a food processor or some form of blender. But we're not going to make too much, so I'm going to make it in a pestle and mortar. So in here I have 10 grams of toasted pine kernels. I just toasted them lightly. I've got 1 clove of garlic and a pinch of salt. I'm just going to add a touch of olive oil to this, just so we can start the process. So we're just going to crush it up like so. And again guys, there's something about using a pestle and mortar, and there's just something about making your own pesto. It smells great. I can smell the basil here, I can smell the garlic, and I can really taste that toasted pine kernel. So I'll just give them a little crush. Everything's crushed down in there. Gonna add our Parmesan cheese, touch more olive oil, and again we're just gonna continue to pound that together like so. And then we're just gonna take our basil. I've probably got, that was about 15 grams of Parmesan cheese guys, and I've got about 20 grams of basil here. So I'm just gonna add the basil in a little bit at a time, and then start to break down that basil, and again adding a little bit of olive oil just to help it along the way. So I'm going to continue to pound this. So I've just put the last of the basil in the pestle and mortar, and it's just really coming together nicely. It's nice and green, It's nice and chunky. It's not too processed, it's quite chunky, and that will give it that sort of like homemade feel about it. So that's our pesto done. Happy with that. Now we're going to make our casserole. Okay guys, so we're going to start our casserole now, and like I said before, it's super easy. 4 ingredients, that's including the pesto. So relatively hot pan. I'm just going to add a touch of olive oil, guys. Not too much olive oil. There's quite a lot of fat in the chorizo. So a nice little hot pan there. And then we're going to add our chorizo. Again guys, I've got 600 grams here. It's a lot of chorizo. Like I say, I've got a lot of chorizo to use up. Just going to put our chorizo in the pan. And then we're just gonna roast our chorizo up and get a bit of colour on the chorizo. So our chorizo has been cooking for a couple of minutes now, guys, and all that oil is coming out of the chorizo. So in the chorizo you've got all that paprika, you've got all that spices, and you've got all that natural oil coming out of that chorizo. I'll just show you. That's where we're at, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that's been on for about 5 minutes, guys. So just going to add to that chopped tomatoes. Again, 2 tins of. And again guys, this is a really simple supper. This is probably only going to take about 15 minutes to cook. So tomatoes in, and then I'm going to add the chickpeas. Chickpeas in. Beautiful. Just going to give that a little stir. You could add some, if you had some bay leaves, you could add some bay leaves to this, you know, some oregano. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. And I'm going to put the lid on this, and I'm going to cook this for 15 minutes, guys. Just 15 minutes. Just going to show you the inside of the casserole, guys, so you can see what's going on in the pot. Beautiful. So we've got the chorizo in there, the tomatoes in there, the chickpeas, and again guys, that's going to take 15 minutes and then we're done. Beautiful. Hi guys, welcome back. So it's had 15 minutes and it smells great, it looks great. So again, that's 15 minutes guys, just 15 minutes, so quick. So smells great. So I'm just going to add the pesto, the fresh pesto that we made, into there. And what the pesto will do, just bring it all together and just add another layer of richness and flavour to the casserole. So we're just going to stir that in. Straight away guys, smells great. I'm getting chorizo, I'm getting tomato, and now I'm getting the pesto. Oof. Beautiful. So, happy with that. So we're going to take our bowl, and then we're going to put some of this lovely casserole in a bowl. And again guys, we're probably going to serve this with some nice crusty bread, lots of bread, just to soak up all that juice. It looks amazing, it smells pretty phenomenal. Beautiful. Let's keep the plate a little clean there guys. Just going to finish it off with a little bit of pepper. You can see that there. A little twist of pepper. Touch of salt. And just a little drizzle of olive oil just on the top. Beautiful guys. So there we have it. That's my really quick, took about 20 minutes from start to finish guys. Chorizo casserole with chickpeas, finished with fresh homemade pesto. Smells great. I'm going to eat this, and it's good night. God bless, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night.